Well, there's one for you. This is Wynyard in Sydney. That's how quiet it is. And only have one man down there waving a flag. There's hardly anybody on the train. And we're going to go down and do what I got to do, or else I wouldn't be able to. As we can see. Now, before you say anything about my cough, my regular subscribers know that I've got asbestosis, so don't go thinking it's it. Anyway, look how lovely and quiet Wynyard is. This is almost like Bald and Bankrupt in Belarus. I was watching him last night. Anybody ever watches Bald and Bankrupt? Very interesting gentleman. Come on, stupid. Anyway, Bald and Bankrupt was showing a thing there yesterday or the day before, 2 days ago their time, about how they, this is what, that's the old escalators, Otis. Originally it used to be down here, and they turned them into a museum piece. They hang up above the ceiling, and they did all Wynyard up. And this is why the camera's vibrating, because I'm actually standing on an escalator and it's jolting because there's nobody else on it. And I think this in the future is going to be a video to look back on when people come back to work and all the restrictions are lifted. And it got me thinking about the video. Look back on my channel, people, and you go back and have a look, and it says the last 15 minutes of 1999. And in that I talked about how I travelled from Tarrant Point, Captain Cook Bridge, all the way up into Darlinghurst from Sydney, which is about 20 odd kilometres. And I never even passed one car on the road driving a cab New Year's Eve of 2000. So, and people say, oh, you know, it's highly unlikely, you know. How could you not pass a car for 20 kilometres in the heart of Sydney? Well, look at it now. I mean, this is Sydney now, during this lovely epidemic, and we're hardly seeing anybody on the road. Look at the street down ahead. Now, that's one of the main streets in Sydney. That's Erskine Street. And there's two cars there. Usually, this is bumper to bumper with traffic going, you know, left and right, and coming up from Darling Harbour, and taxis everywhere, and buses everywhere, and people everywhere. And look, still no cars have gone past. Oh, there you go. There goes the first one. So that just goes to show how quiet it is. It can happen. So I wasn't pulling your leg back in when I said 15 minutes before the end of 1999, there's no cars on the road. I mean, look at this. This is heart of Sydney, our capital city, and there's nobody around. It's just interesting. See, anything is possible. When I drove a cab, this here would have been bumper to bumper, that there would have been bumper to bumper. So what are you saying? What do you do? I mean, yes, our sanctions supposedly are going to be lifted tomorrow. So this is the last day of sanctions. And there's going to be a couple of short clips on this one today. And I'm going to let you see what they are. So this is just a, well, let's call it the last day of the sanctions. And looking back, we can say, when all this traffic comes back here, and look, we've got blue skies, no pollution. Think about all the positive things that have come out of this. Nature's had a chance to clean up the atmosphere. We had our bushfires and droughts. And yesterday I noticed there was kangaroos come into the heart of St Mary's. Yes, kangaroos come into the heart of St Mary's in the city because they've obviously noticed there's no people around. And it's just interesting. 324 bus, how many people got on that? One person in the back. Yeah, so it's an interesting thing. To watch how a planet changes. Now, I know from... On you, mate. On you, son. Load of bloody on. There's always one in there. Always one. You must think he's in New York. Yeah, my heart goes out to everybody around the world. New York and Croatia and Bosnia and America and England and everywhere else, and Switzerland and Germany. And I know I've got one or two people over there in the European countries. E, I think he calls himself, comes up on my thing. So God bless, take care. I believe Australian borders are still going to be closed to 2021. So we're just going to have all our own citizens here walking around. And by looking at this video here, you look at my city video there the other day, there was nobody here. But I think a lot of these people here are workers who put the green shirts on. And it's just interesting to see. It's good to see there's actually people starting to come back. So, this is just a look to show you how quiet Sydney is during this last days of the epidemic. So, if you're now watching this in 2022, 2023, 2024, even 2030, however long this video lasts, this is history. This is how quiet. I'm on York Street on the corner of Erskine, opposite the Wynyard Hotel. So there we go. So bye for now. See ya. God bless. Stay safe. Keep your hands clean.